Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We have an unboxing today. It is the NECA 1989 Michael Keaton bat belt, as reimagined in a functional capacity. This is sort of like a dream come true for a kid who grew up with Batman. That was Michael Keaton, and we all wanted that bat suit, but costumes and things back in those days were not what they are today. It's something that we always kind of wanted to just hold in our hands and have, and it's just to be reimagined as a functional item with all the different gadgets and things is super cool. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to cut this open. We're going to cue the intro and we're going to see what we got.
Behold my stuff.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to open this up, go over the box, whatnot, and then we're going to, at the very end of the video, do some up close. So let's see what we got. All right. So the first thing is they've included the NECA Batarang. This is purchasable on its own. This is one I have not seen yet. So I have not seen the Batarang. You guys did see on this channel, if you haven't, go back, I did the grapple gun. Let's go ahead and pull this out as well. This is the box for this. So as you can see, the Keaton bat box. So let's take a quick look at the back of this box. So as you can see, it talks about all the different little gadgets that you can insert and customize into the belt with all the little things that come with it. It does notate that the grapple gun fits this as well. And if I'm not mistaken, the grapple gun comes with it. So that's kind of cool. It also comes with the communicator. I like that in the one scene we see it where the thing's coming at him, Kim Basinger's like, oh my God, the car's going to hit him. And he just goes, stop. And then it just stops. It's a badass moment. You know, it shows that Batman's very calculating. He knows the distance. He knows how long it takes to decelerate. It just shows that he's a studious superhero, that he's smart. And it was little things like that to show off the intelligence that I really did like, because with Batman, you want the intelligence to come through. Oh, geez, that is really nice. All right, so the box is super cool. So again, the back of the box is very, very awesome. It's got that nice bat symbol on the side, and it is glossy, so if you wanted to cut it up and use pieces of this for a display, you can do that. It's on both sides. It's there. And then down here is another kind of quick breakdown about how to expand. Well, let's flip it.
Upside down.
About how to expand the belt, and really nice molded plastic, injection molded plastic display. Vacuum formed, whatever you want to call it, with the grapple gun. And it is the grapple gun that you can buy over the counter, which is really cool. As you guys remember, I picked one up for CB Studios in Australia. And we reviewed that, and it's beautiful and has that nice gold tip on the end of it still. I gingerly touch the tip. I'm really touching it. This, along with the Batarang, we'll get to the Batarang later. So we pull this top piece off. Good Lord. This is lovely. Wow. Yeah. Good grief. All right, here we go. So, the display. First of all, it's a very nice yellow. I think they really captured the yellow from the film. That's very, very nice. It has this sort of... It is plastic. It doesn't look painted, but it's just the right tone. And of course, in the display are all those additional components that you can use to put the thing together. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the Batarang. Oh, and here's a very nice, again, that Batman display. This is designed to display the Batarang. It has that injection molded plastic. Oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Like I said, I have not seen this. Not in person, anyway. It has the folding bits. It has the folding bits. So this thing folds up very, very tight and can clip to your belt, apparently. I'll have to look into how that works. Very, very nice. Let's just stick it on its little situation here. Hey, you got your Batarang. Because it's black on black, it actually doesn't display that nicely. I might want to graphite powder the display or something like that so it stands out a little bit, but pretty cool. Okay, so now we're a little closer. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. So again, we talked about the gun. We talked about the fact that it has the flip down component, which is really, really cool. The Batarang, again, has that nice injection molded display that you can use, or you can make your own custom one if you really want. Batarang folds in half. Batarang folds... Now it looks like it's in thirds, but that middle third folds again, so fourths. And it does feel like it has a magnetic component to it, but it has the flip out ability. Its size... Oh, Jesus! its size against my hand is pretty good. Obviously, we're going to go there. So this is a really nice Batarang. If you don't have the Batarang, pick up the Batarang. So first of all, check this out. This is pretty cool. Now I'm a big old fat guy now. Old man, 235 pounds, so I would have to expand this to get on my fat old ass. But I don't think I'd wear it. It looks beautiful. It's a display. It's got this silver paint on the inside. I don't know why, but it's cool. And the back expands, as they said. So you can make it wider so it fits on your fatness. And then, of course, there's a button release. Oh, look how cool that is. That is just lovely. And so I did mention that there is branding on it. How do you push the button to get it back in? You push the button to get it back in. The branding is on the inside on the back here. So if you can even see that. It's hidden well, but it just has the usual trademark, copyright, DC Comics, S22, copyright NECA, made in China. So that's embossed on the back. Of course, it's embossed. It can be sanded down if you were so inclined. Why you'd want to do that, I do not know, but you could if you wanted to. And it's got all these caps on top for the subsequent parts that go with it. And there are all these extra components. There is an additional break-off component somewhere on here. Gotta figure out. Ah, here it is. So this particular piece breaks off, and we get a little bit of inside tech gobbledygook. Let me see. Let me take a look at this. It looks like a tweezers, and it looks like maybe a lockpick situation. And even the inside is detailed, and it's got some metallic to it. That's pretty cool. And it's two-tone metallic. It's full-blown Vader. That's nice. And that snaps right on. So that's cool. So let's see if it's magnetic. Let's see if that's a thing. Oh! And so it is. So this has a piece of metal to it, and this is magnetic, and it clips right on. Now, because of the way this is, this will flop right over. So the actual way you need to do this is that way. Hey guys, going to drop in a clip really quick here. Something I didn't notice when I was putting the thing together earlier is that the bat gun splits apart and does clip in correctly the way it does in the movie. So that will just snap right on. Magnetized is the best possible way they could have done this in terms of how it looked in the movie. In the movie, it wasn't attached at all. They just did that and made, you know, it was fake. So it made it look like it was, but in reality, it was not practical. Plus, it slides if it's magnetic. So it looks like that one spot is magnetic. It's magnetic over here too. So in theory, you could do that there. Yep, there you go. So now you have your folded Batarang. Get over here. You have your folded Batarang and you have your grapple gun. Jeez, yeah, that's good. All right. So it's really cool. So again, with this breakaway component, I love that. But also the fact that these two pieces do have metal allows for the attachment of these additional components, including the folded Batarang, which I love. That is just lovely. I love that. All right, let's look at what some of these insert components are and see how that works. Up close and personal with these. Lovely. So here's the communicator. It's a static piece. So the mesh on the inside is part of the plastic. It is embossed there and it's painted. So that's not a separate component or a piece of real mesh. And of course, also magnetic, attaches right to the belt. Although given the way the communicator works, I have a feeling it would go upside down.
Upside down.
Upside down. Gotta do it every time. So this is really cool that it could just slap right in. So you maybe want to do that and put your Batarang over here. Put your gun belt here and you're loaded, dude. All right, let's look at what these gobbledygooks are. I don't even know what this is. A smoke dart? Let's see what the box says it is. These are smoke bombs, according to the box. So this is a interesting little component. So the smoke bomb does disassemble. You could put a liquid in here, or you could put something in here like cotton or something to maintain the smoke if you wanted. But they are just sort of their own thing, and I don't think there's anything magnetic about this. So these won't attach to the actual belt. So I'm not even really sure what you're supposed to do with these. They just kind of include them. But they're cool. I mean, it's cool to display a smoke bomb for Batman. I do like the smoke bombs. We might even see these in the new film. in the flash, so we'll check that out. And again, we'll talk a little bit about the flash. So there's 2 of those. Let's pull both. And they appear to be good order. So again, these little smoke bombs are extremely cool. They're very, very Star Wars as well. I may swap these out for my Star Wars stuff. Cool little smoke bombs. Let's look at the first belt component. Let's check this guy. So this guy right here is a nice little design. According to the box, this is the micro camera. So I guess you're supposed to like take pictures and stuff with this. Kind of funny. I guess in '89, this would have been super cool tech. If you could see, it does have like camera elements to it. So I guess that makes sense. So I get that. So micro camera, and of course you can slide it right into the belt, and then it's part of your belt. These things snap in, and there you go. Here's the next one. So this guy's got a nice, interesting look to it. Kind of has like a blowtorchy situation. This is like a breather. If I had to guess, this is a breather. I'm going to try to guess what these are before I actually verify it. But this looks like a breather. Any Star Wars fan would probably make that same assumption. And it is a rebreather. So this is designed, you stick it in your mouth, you're underwater. This one is a no-brainer. Any idiot knows what this is. These are bombs. Mini bombs. Little explosion bombs. I believe we've even seen him throw these in Batman Returns. Now, what's cool about these little bombs, the bombs are separate components. These pop out. So you can take out the little bomb. Where's the camera on this thing? And these little bombs, they are all the same mold. The bombs don't vary. And they snap in and out of place in this. That's going to be an up front one. Bombs go up front. And I'll confirm it, but it's obvious they're bombs. I'm an idiot. It says gas pellets. In my mind, they're bombs. So, but yeah, gas pellets. Now, you may notice there's only 1 more left, and there's 3 more pieces. That's because you have to pick how you're going to go out and save Gotham. You don't get to put everything in your belt, which is kind of interesting. So let's see what the other ones are before we finalize it. Let's look at the remainders. This one, great bastard. This is a torch. So this is just your standard blowtorch situation. I guess it's supposed to be a cutting torch, because why would you need a regular torch? The only thing that would be of benefit would be a cutting torch, and in reality, and nowadays, this would be a cutting laser, not a cutting torch. So this is kind of a dated piece of tech. So we may leave this one out, because it's not really relevant to the modern times. It is very '89, though, for all intents and purposes. This next one here is known as a scanner. Now, that's all they say, is scanner. What the hell does it scan? And, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's a real hinge. The damn thing opens up. Come on. Like, who would ever look at that? So now, this thing has like a, it's like a friggin' tricorder from Star Wars. This is a, oh man, that's too cool. All right, we'll look at the last one, but I don't think that's going to beat this one. So blowtorch is definitely not going in. Oh, and then this is the taser. This is the taser. So the bat taser. It's got this nice red button on the back and the 3 little prongs. Now, this might be a launching taser, so it zaps people. I don't think it'll be a stabby. So it'd probably be a launching taser. But I don't think Batman would have a launching taser because, as everybody knows, tasers, the tape that's built into them is deliberately traceable, so that if you taser somebody, you can't recollect the tape and leave with you, then they can find out whose weapon that was and trace it back to its purchase and whatnot. So taser tape is traceable. But if he's that close, why would he use a taser? So I guess it's a launcher, but that doesn't seem very Batman to me, so we're not going to use the taser. We're going to use this fold-out functional scanner, which is very nice, but we're going to move this piece. So this little micro camera, which does make a ton of sense because Batman is a detective. We're going to put the functional guy up front, camera in the back, and those are the 4 pieces we've chosen. There's a second removable faceplate. Are you kidding me? I like all the designs. I like what they did. And yes, there is a second panel. So what the hell's the second panel? So here's this. This is the second panel. And then there's that undertech, which I love. I love useless circuit paths that do nothing. I love that crap. I want them on my lightsaber chassis. And it's embossed too, which is nice. That's actually embossed. Can you see that? This is glorious. This is easily the best thing that NECA has ever made. Jeez Louise. So I love that. It's just like a little back computer. If you play Arkham series, this looks familiar. This is the thing that's on, that looks like that. But this is where Keaton keeps it. So that's lovely. So let's go ahead and load this up. Shall we put it on? Depending on how big you are, this could be a pain in the ass to put on. I'm a pretty big guy, so about 6'1", 235, 240 on a bad week. I wear 38 pants, so the waist is probably close to 38, 40 inches in that range. So based on that, I have this extended out almost to the maximum. If I extend this out to the full maximum, it does fit pretty comfortably. So I can wear it. However, the molded plastic on the sides here, these components pop off because as this changes its shape ever so slightly, the curve, it pops the catches off in the corners, making this harder to attach back on and keep there. So if this was something you wanted to do with a costume where you're going to wear the latex suit over this, that's not going to fly. What you'd have to do is take apart the back completely and redo that. And so make your own custom back. And so again, this keeps popping off on this side because the shape isn't holding because of how much I've extended it. If this was on a kid, this would work great. Or even a smaller person, maybe somebody like, you know, 5'7", 5'8", closer to Keaton's actual size. Is that upside down?
Upside down.
So this is that, and you can pull out your components. So I got my smoke pellets. They're ready to go. There's a fly down here, and I can hear it. That's annoying. If I wanted to somehow put I would probably maybe put some sort of a pouch or something back here for the smoke pellets, or maybe some attachment rings that I can just slip them into if I was going to wear this in a costume. But let's do the fun thing, the thing that we want to do, which is we want to attach the things to the belt and actually pull them off. So we've got our Batarang. We slap it on the belt. We're good there. Got our comm link. We snap it there. Take the gas gun. We snap it there. And that's why, boom. And then you could start doing your favorite lines if you wanted to. See that thing on my belt right there? Grab it. Whatever you do, don't let go. She's just too tall to be 108. There's just no way. So, yeah, this is glorious. God, this looks really nice. I do like the magnetic component, as I said. If I had a preference, if I really had to be a nitpicker, I would have made these the magnetic pieces and these the breakaway components. One, because the integrity of the shape of the front would have been less difficult to screw with. And then these look just a little bit better just out of the way so that the belt image looks the best. So that would have been like the one tweak I did if I had to tweak something. But considering what this is, it's a beautiful, beautiful replica. And they've really built a lot of unnecessary function that you just don't need to be here into this. And then to remove the belt, you do the clip. How cool is that? Would I display this assembled? No. What I would do is I'd probably stuff some foam into there so that each one of these is lifted up and displaying what it is on its own. These components I would pull off and have them out to the sides, and that's probably how I would do that display. But good God, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece of work by NECA. The color is great. It's genuine. They hid their trademarking, so it's not really going to ruin the prop. The rebreather is probably the most Batman thing in there in terms of total Batman canon. It has some flexibility, but it also has some sturdiness to it. I love that the gas pellets come out and they move and they're not just molded in. Although if they were, it would have been fine. The fact that this has a hinge, the scanner thing. I mean, putting it on this side, you could pop that scanner out and say that it works in conjunction with your little bat computer. I mean, man, if I had a teenage kid or a preteen kid who was super into Batman, I got them into my Batman growing up, I would absolutely buy them this as a toy just so they could play with it. It's an expensive toy, but it's a toy. And they would be able to do costume and cosplay of their own. We called it just playing pretend when I was a kid. Didn't have a term. But that's what it was. But this thing is just, yeah, man, it's my, you know, it's my 10-year-old dream, this thing. This is exactly what I would have wanted as a kid. It would have been everything. I wouldn't have even been Batman. I would have worn all black, black jeans, black shirt, put the stupid cowl on that everybody got from the local Halloween store, which had floppy, bent ears, worn this belt, worn a cape, and I would have been Batman. And I would have been the best Batman ever. I would have been so happy with that Batman. It would have been lovely. Yeah, so whether you're 40 and you want to live out a fantasy of having that Keaton bat belt, your Batman, your Batman's bat belt, we got to live that fantasy out with the Adam West belt, which was just lovely. A beautiful piece. I didn't do a video on it at the time that I got to mess with it, but beautiful piece. And we've had the Bale one for a long time. We did get Affleck's one as well, but this was the one we never got, and this is the one that hits us right in the nostalgia, right in the feels, as the kids say, and good Lord, is it nice. This is a must-have, dude. If you're a Batman fan on any level, even if Keaton isn't your favorite Batman, you have to have this. You can't not buy this. The fact that it comes with the gun is huge. You don't need the Batarang, but the bundle included the Batarang. So they gave me everything. I'm flat out telling you to buy this. Buy this thing. I mean, stop. Come on. How many times did we want to do that when we were growing up? And even if it wasn't when you were growing up and you're just a young person who saw that video, tell me you didn't want to do that. Tell me you didn't want to hold... I mean, this is why I collect prop replicas. I want to hold the thing and do the thing and sort of remember what it's like to experience that moment the first time I saw it, where I went, man, that's cool. I wish I had that thing so I could relive that cool moment. That's why I have all the shit that I have. Absolutely a win. 10 out of 10. Even if I wanted to go down to 9.5 because I think these should be reversed. What more do you want? You just can't beat this. In the end, yeah, for me, it's a 10 out of 10 just because I couldn't have asked for more. I can always critique and find something that you do differently in hindsight, but they didn't even need to do these. They did them because they could. You could have just left it. You could have made those magnetic as well, and then it's just about the two attachments and those little bits that pop out. But they didn't do it that way. And so for me, I think it's an absolute win. So it is a 10 out of 10. Functionally and preference, like I said, I might want to switch those two things. If you are a cosplayer, this also offers another opportunity where if you can get yourself situated in a place that could be your quote-unquote bat cave, you could pop this off, grab some pieces, and sort of like do repairs to your belt or whatever and make a nice photo shoot. I fully expect Cosplay Chris to do something like that. I can absolutely see CB Studios coming up with a fantastic display for this. It's a must-have. It's a must-have. If you're a prop collector on any level and you like comics, this is a must-have. If you're an 89 Batman fan, it's a must-have. If you're a Batman fan of any kind, it's a must-have. I would say you need this more than you need the cowl. This is a cooler prop to have than the cowl. Easier to display and store, for one. Easier to fix if it's issues or damage. It's just too cool. You have to have it. So, yeah, I recommend. Pick it up from NECA. I'm assuming you could pick these up at Newberry Comics. You could pick these up at a number of local stores that they deal with. I believe Target carries a lot of NECA material, so the odds that this could show up at a Target is slimmer. But I know you get the grappling gun and the Batarang from Target. So if you could get these there, they might carry some of these in a limited capacity, because I've seen like the higher end Star Wars helmets and stuff from Black Series come through. So a Super Target more likely. Thank you guys for checking out this very long video, but it merited it because there was so much to unpack with this. Thanks again. Stay tuned to see what's going on. And if you haven't checked out Brett's Groovy Chainsaws, CB Studios, check those guys out. And remember, if you can't build it, buy it, bro.